Overcast weather conditions greeted the riders at the recent Twizza Longhill Challenge held in Queenstown. The race has seen steady growth over the last few years, this year drawing just over 200 riders. With multiple events on offer including a 65, 40 and 20 kilometre cycle as well as a fun run, athletes had a lot to look forward to.
Carbo loading for the day?
Yeah, it's good. It's not that cold, it's not raining like everyone thinks it is, so it's going to be a good day, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm expecting a nice competition today, and there's a wonderful event. I can see now the very place now where we are in is well organized, and I can see the beauty of the mountains now, the nature. The nature is coming up, is calling us, and it's quite beauty.
I hope an easy one. I'm not so fit, I'm just gonna give it a go. Yeah.
We're expecting it to be hard for us from the beginning, but seeing us all toppies, we're going to give these youngsters a bit of a workout. Yeah, definitely, they're not going to get it for nothing, I promise you.
Coming from bucketing rain in East London to this, we're expecting a good ride.
And an amazing downhill.
Yes.
Apparently, yes, we've
heard all about it.
There was something for everyone to look forward to. Even the youngsters had a 10-kilometre cycle. Even though they needed a little bit of help from Mom, everything will get on the way rather smoothly. For those not in the mood to cycle, there was a fun run or fun walk on offer.
We're expecting fun, more fun, excitement. Definitely I'm going to win.
I'm just here for fun, and I'm actually gonna do the 5K run, so can't wait.
Pretty soon it was time for the big one to get going. 65 kilometres, just on 30 riders lining up. Jason Reed and Jason Peach all the way from East London. They could be two of the top favourites in this event to do battle for honours. As the riders set up, quite a few local lads in this one. Also Kobus Gous, Paul Steyn, David McEwen, Fjord Jordan and David Kruger, Mike Penderson Horn in the pack as well. The road winds its way through the Lawrence de Lange Nature Reserve, just on 15 kilometres they'll be doing in the Nature Reserve, and some amazing sights to be seen in the Nature Reserve, the riders riding amongst the animals. Back at the start-finish line, the 40-kilometre event getting going, and this is more for the fun riders, everybody having a great time out on the day, the weather absolutely perfect. Tom Dermot at the front of the pack leading the boys up the first climb. Beautiful sights to be seen in the reserve, and back in the 40-kilometre bunch, riders just taking it easy, not willing to push too hard. At the front of the 65-kilometre pack, Kobus Gous leading Jason Reed, closely being followed by Jason Peach and Donovan O'Reilly. You can of course check us out on Facebook. It's the Twizza Longhill Challenge Queenstown. Do link up and give us a like, it will be much appreciated. The locals truly coming out to support the event. William Leslie leading Wynand Scholes and Nolan Lottering in their own 3-man bus. The route soon darts off the main road and then starts traversing some private farmland. A big thank you to all the local farmers who came out in support of the event and opened their gates to allow the riders to traverse across their lands. Without your support, this event will not be able to take place. This part of the Eastern Cape has been suffering a severe drought, and from the air you can see just how dry the landscape really is. A little bit further back in the back, Johnny LaRue leading Corali Sama and Annalise Riley. Sama all the way from Mthatha to take part in the event. Kenny Redguard and Marcus Swart having to test their brakes at the bottom of the long descent. Take the sharp left turn into the reserve. The riders make their way out of the reserve with a long high-speed descent. Many of them enjoying the gap to just give the legs a little bit of a break and breather, as it was still a long climb to go if you're riding the 65-kilometre route. Queenstown beckoning in the distance. Some of the Huncliffe scholars enjoying the festivities, getting into the mood on the day. As the riders make their way through the suburbs of Queenstown. Leading lady in the 40-kilometre, Hester Lemmer, coming by as she makes her way to the short climb to Berry Dam. Team Remax's Bruce Roche and Andrew Nell seem to be in good spirit. Seem to be enjoying the ride. Hello, Ma. Ryan Hoffman is the man behind the design of the course. He's got quite a few surprises lined up for some of the inexperienced riders as they make their way through Queenstown. Pretty well designed course, very well laid out, and something most of the riders can tackle. Then it was on to the big one of the day. For the 65-kilometre riders, it was going to be the GOAT track. A descent of just over 1 kilometre. Cheryl Hanger enjoying the ride. Local man Chris Webster making his way to the end of the GOAT track. Some really good technical skill there, Chris. The duo of Chris Webster and Jimmy van Niekerk enjoying their ride, but it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Very lekker. Cramping lots there. The GOAT track was the downhill specialist, and I was walking.
From here, the finish line just on 800 metres away, as Webster and van Niekerk make their way to the finish. They rode together all the way. The husband and wife team of Peter and Amanda Jose, all the way from East London.
The route was great. We had a little bit of everything. We started off in the warm weather, and then we got the cold wind. We saw some magnificent game, good few giraffe, some great big kudu, springbok. It was an incredible event. I can recommend it to anybody.
It was hard from the start, and my heart rate was max for the first 30 k's. And then a lot of oaks caught me up the uphill at the back. And then coming down the hill was just awesome. The oaks were jumping out left, right and centre for me. It was fantastic.
Cold front moving in at the end of the event, temperatures dropping significantly, riders having something to eat. We caught up with race organiser Ryan Hoffman and wanted to know from him what was the thought and the idea behind the event.
The idea behind the event is just to get out there and raise a little bit of money for the game reserve, feed the animals, and yeah, just to get the community all involved with something to do other than sitting around and, you know, parking on your couch.
We've built a very good relationship in a small time frame with the organisers. We are very happy with the outcome and the success of the event.
Let's have a look at those overall results then for the day. Jason Peach grabbing the 65 kilometre, while the ladies went to Laura Ann van der Venter. While in the 40 kilometre ride, it was Tan Derman that dominated, while Hester Limmer took it for the girls.
The route is really nice, and there's a really nice piece of single track near the end. There's normally some decent competition as well, Jason Reed and sometimes some other guys, but it was a really nice race today.
No, it was a great race, and I think we saw the best side of Queenstown. It was well marked, and yes, I just didn't know this town was so beautiful and has so many nice areas to ride, so thank you.
That concludes the coverage from the Twizza Longhill Challenge. We hope we catch you in 2018.